Hey guys, I'm Wild Willie, and I'm doing some yuppie camping this weekend. Nothing hardcore, not sleeping under a tarp, not sleeping in the freezing cold. I'm sleeping in a park. And what I'm going to do is over the next couple days is give you a little tour of this park. This park, to my mind, is like a hidden gem for the Niagara region. It's about an hour and a half north of northwest of Niagara Falls, just outside of Guelph, and it's a beautiful little park. There's so much to see and do. There's caving, there's hiking, there's swimming, there's fishing. It's a nice little park, so I'm going to give you a little tour of it. Alright, so sit back and enjoy the ride. Okay, this is Rockwood Lake. It's fed by a river, and this is pretty much one side of the lake. You see there you got the beach, you got canoe rentals. It's a really nice park. There's a trail that goes around the whole lake, and there's lots of geocaches for you people that geocache. There's caches all over. Actually, there's one right up on the top of that cliff over there. But yeah, so far so good. Let's keep on going. You'll see the size of these woodpecker holes. There is pileated or palliated, I don't know how you say it, woodpeckers in the area. You hear them all over the place, and it's just a question of trying to catch them on film or trying to see them. This is Rockwood Lake from above. This is a beautiful, beautiful spot. It's fed by the Hermosa River, I believe. All along here, there's caves that you can canoe into and go into. They're all around the lake, and also potholes. And what I mean by potholes is like big sinkholes. They're all over the place. There's some you could drive a truck in, and some you could barely walk in. They're around all over. It's just an amazing thing to see. We'll get to that when we take the pothole trail, but for now, let's just sit back and enjoy the view for a minute. This is part of the Hermosa River. Most of it along here, most of the tree growth around here, as you'll find around the water, is cedar, and back up in the bush is either white or jack pine. There is some hardwood like maple and stuff, but most of it is pine and cedar. It looks like a beaver's made himself at home over there. Maybe I'll come back tonight, see if we can get him on film. Alrighty, into the dark abyss we go. Hear the train in the background. Christ, there's a bottle of water in here. Someone's freaking garbage. I have no idea if this goes to the other end or not. I've never been all the way through, and I only got one headlamp with me, and the freaking thing's dying, so I don't know how far I'm going in. But let's go have a look. Well, this is a dead end, doesn't go too far up in here. But there's a lot of frickin' bats in here and big spiders. Okay, I'm about 30 meters back, 20 meters back maybe. And I went through the first narrowing. There's another one here. I don't know if I'm going to go through there or not. I'm by myself and no one knows I'm in here. So it goes up and then curves to the left, looks like up in there. Looks like a tight fit. It's kind of cool in here though. You can see the, I don't know what you call it, like the algae growing in there. Never slept in a cave before. This would be a new experience. Don't know if I'd want to try it right in here though, where I am. There's not enough room. I'm claustrophobic. Don't like small spaces. So anyways, this is one of the many caves at Rockwood Lake I was talking about. And they're neat to explore, especially if you want to get in there with a couple buddies and get in there. You're not afraid to get wet, get dirty. You can really see some cool things. Alright, we're almost back out to the entrance here. It's hard to tape and crawl and duck through these caves. I've hit my head more times than I want to. So, let's get back out here to the main. Oh. Well, it looks like it's still raining out there. Looks like I'm stuck in here a little while longer. This backside of this cave is full of what I call giant spiders. Some of these webs are 8-9 feet in diameter, and believe it or not, they'll actually hold my hat when I hang my hat on it. These spiders here, about a little bit bigger than the size of a toonie. I don't know what they're called, but they're all along this massive rock face. It's pretty intense sight to see. I don't know if you can see these webs or not, but they're extremely strong. Like, they're not even moving. This is these webs are, I don't know like what kind of spiders these are, but these webs are incredibly strong. I can pull on them and I'm having a hard time breaking them. Really cool to see. The whole rock face is just nothing but one big giant wall of webs. Right now we're in a nice secluded valley. There's no one really around in the park. This is one of the less traveled places throughout the park. I like this valley. You do see animals at night. Granted, there's not a lot out here. There's at night you'll get a lot of raccoons. You'll get every kind of reptile you can think of, turtles, snakes, and every kind of insect, some weird spiders. And I think it was last year or year before when I was in here, about 200 meters from where I'm standing now, there's a coyote den. And you could hear them yelp once in a while, but other than that, there's nothing here that's going to hurt you. I don't know if you can see that or not. Oh, now the sun goes down, probably not. There's millions and millions of little trout down there, all sitting there spawning, or not spawning, but just sitting there facing the tidal current. This is one of the many falls and river systems in Rockwood. This here's the dam, the main dam. And over here, up in there, and you can't really see much, there's a big cave you can go up in, and there's a geocache up in there. Here's the old mill ruins from 1820. Like I said before, many a movie has been filmed in this area. Cheaper by the Dozen, the Jonas Brothers movie. There's been a ton of movies and a ton of commercials filmed here. A lot of weddings too. You're able to rent these ruins out, and they'll set up a tent and you can get married right inside of them. This is the famous Pothole Trail. Not a very long trail, easy to walk. It's an amazing sight to see, all the sinkholes that are along here. It's just such a scenic, beautiful trail. All high rock cliffs and sinkholes. It's really worth the walk. It's not too long of a walk, but it is worth it when you come in here. All these sinkholes and little waterways outside of the main lake and the main river can all be explored by canoes, which you can rent here for, it's like $12 an hour plus deposit or something like that. I'm not too sure. You'd have to check on the website or ask them. But just an amazing place to explore by canoe also. Caves and these little channels. Just one of many, 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 many potholes that have formed through the Ice Age. Just one of a ton of underwater caves, or caves that you can canoe right up to and partially canoe into. The beauty about this park is, you know what, even if you don't fish, even if you don't camp, you can still come for the day. And if anything else, just walk around this lake and grab a canoe and explore one of the many islands that this little channels this little lake has to offer. You can spend the whole day exploring inlets and islands, and before you know it, it's time to go home. I know I said I was yuppie camping up here, but when it comes to my meals, kind of not. I don't even know if you want to know what this is or not. If it's any consolation, it tastes better than what it looks. Half of it came from a can and the other half came from stuff I picked up along the trail when I was out today. Oh well, what are you going to do? You're camping, for Christ's sakes. Well, that's pretty much Rockwood in a nutshell. I mean, you only seen a fraction of what this park has to offer. Like I said, whether you got a tent, a small trailer, or you drive a fifth wheel, if you want water hookup or you want group camping for a bunch of yous, you should really check this park out. There's a lot to see and do. Just the sheer beauty of the park itself is spectacular. Never mind the fishing and seeing the little wildlife and all the little things you can do, like canoeing and mini putt and renting a pavilion if you want, or playing baseball or whatever tickles your fancy. The point is, you're getting out, you're enjoying the outdoors. So next time you got the itch to get out and pitch the tent for the weekend, come see Rockwood. It's in a nice little town of Rockwood, just outside of Guelph. The town is friendly. It's my version of a yet to be discovered Niagara on the Lake. They got quaint little shops, a little store, a home hardware, and a fabulous restaurant or two for a good hearty breakfast if you don't feel like cooking your own. So anyways, I'm Wild Willie. I'm going to get something to eat now and get ready to light a fire, I think, and snuggle up, because I think we're going to get dumped on tonight. So anyways, I'm signing off, and remember, keep your head up in the bush. You'll never know what you're going to see.